Well, hi everyone, it's Peter here from the Pain Toolkit. Yes, I'm back doing another Pain Toolkit video, and I'm pleased to say I'm doing this this afternoon in collaboration with a really nice young physiotherapist called Katie Napton. So that name always trips me up somewhere along the line, but I'm glad I said it right this time. Hey, listen, Katie, I don't know. I think what with COVID and stuff like that, I really think that we've moved into a new area now where healthcare professionals have got to uh, talk to patients via telephone or video. And I think not only for healthcare professionals, it's strange territory, it's also strange territory for people like me, patients. And I don't know, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think that they're sort of not considered that important. So they're almost a make do. Yeah, I'll just do a phone call. And I think we need to take them more seriously as professionals. We need to check that we're getting the optimum out of them. And that's why you and I have collaborated to form our top tips. So we've gone through to try and work out what's the best thing to do and perhaps what people just aren't thinking about enough.
Totally agree. And I think what prompted me to reach out to you, Kate, is that the other week I had a telephone consultation with a doctor of mine, and I could see the guy was struggling. He was rustling his papers, and he's on new territory. For me, I'm quite comfortable with using the telephone and videos and whatnot. But anyway, so I thought, reaching out, and I'm very pleased that we're doing a bit of collaboration. We've come up with some top tips, really, or some guidelines, suggestions, not only for healthcare professionals, but also people with pain and whatnot. So I thought I think what we're doing this first video is to do the one for clinicians. So do you want to sort of give us a bit of, we're going to go through them all of them, there's 10 tips, but do you want to give us a bit of an overview of how you see, like what would be like the main thing to remember for a healthcare professional when they're doing a telephone consultation or video
Yeah, no,
consultation?
absolutely. I mean, obviously, I have a slight bias towards video and feeling that's perhaps a fuller way of managing it. But if you're having to do a telephone consultation, you want the patient to feel like they've had a proper appointment. So you need to be prepared. You need to have, if you've got information on that patient, probably read it before you speak to them, so they've got an idea that you know who they are, because it makes a huge difference for patients to be put at ease and comfortable and feel that they can share any sort of necessary history with you. Otherwise, it could be anyone calling them up. So we need to be really sensible that we confirm we're talking to the right patient, we've got the information to hand, we listen to them. Give the patient a bit of time. We're almost wanting to talk over. We've almost decided what's wrong with them, what we're going to say, what we're going to give them. Actually, no, step back, listen to the patient and check that you explain things clearly. And I think what I've really learned, because I've been around a while now, is that actually, what does the patient want to get out of that appointment? So ask them. And at the end of the appointment, have they got, check they've understood, check they've got what they wanted from it. If they haven't, can you resolve that? If it means no, well, then you need to make steps that perhaps referring them on or whatever is required. But I think as clinicians, we can just sort of sometimes just speak over, decide, and send what we think is appropriate. And I think we need to be careful. And I think actually telephone and video is a perfect opportunity to be a little bit more patient-led and
Yeah,
patient-centered.
I think I was speaking to some GP buddies of mine over the last few months. They tell me they quite actually like the telephone and or video appointments because I think they told me they feel like they're getting a lot more done. They've got more time, etc. So it might be a bit of a win-win or a plus, like.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, many of the time, I think some of us have gone to the GP or anyone, and they just seem to spend the whole time tapping into the computer. And at least if they're on the phone, you potentially have got their, engagements which you might not have on an actual face-to-face. So I think we need to move away from seeing it as an inferior or just, you know, a make-do whilst things are a bit strange at the moment, and actually let's engage with these, let's get the most out of them. And actually they can be, you know, better than some of the face-to-face. They certainly shouldn't be seen as inferior if they're done well.
Katie, fantastic. Thanks very much for that. Listen, guys, we're going to do take a short break, and we're going to go and record the next video for people with pain and long-term conditions. Okay, so we'll see you again on the next video. Take care. See you again soon. See you in a minute, Katie.
All right. Bye.